Hi. So nice to meet you guys. My name is Alyssa. I'm a 2021 OL. And then perfect timing. Kayla, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, so what's up, Alyssa? It's good seeing you. My name is Kayla. I'm a senior at UM-Dearborn. I'm studying bio.
Okay. So thanks to Kayla, I completely remembered that I'm a junior. And so I'm studying political science with a minor in criminal justice with a secondary teaching certificate um, in political science and social sciences. I know it's a mouthful, and hopefully Kayla will join. I know the technical difficulties are definitely something, but we all have figured it out. Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't know what just happened, but I'm glad I figured it out. Um, I don't know where it cut off, so I'll just start back over. I'm Kayla. I'm a senior and I'm studying biochemistry. Um, I am involved in the Pride student organization. I'm a part of the first generation student organization, and I'm also a part of Talent Gateway. So, yes.
Which basically means if you guys have any questions, Kayla can answer them. Um, I myself am in the Political Science Association on campus. I'm in a sorority. I'm in Delta Phi Epsilon, and I am also a student or consultant. So, with that, we're just gonna answer some questions for you guys today.
Yes. So, we have a few questions that are kind of predetermined, so we'll just go ahead and get started with those. Our first one is, what steps can students take to start getting involved on campus? And I think the main answer for this one will be Victor's Link. We have like a hub where almost all student organizations, Greek life, and other like organizations of that sorts, like you can go on Victor's Link and you can basically see all of them on there. Alyssa, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I definitely think Victor's Link is the most important thing that you could utilize if you want to get involved on campus. I see that someone just got admitted into U of M Dearborn. So if you do want to get involved, the best place to do that is Victor's Link, going to involvement fairs, just like walking around. And if you see posters for meetings, going to them. Just college is scary, but taking a step out of your comfort zone is going to be one of the best things that you could do in order to get involved on campus.
Yes, for sure.
And so that kind of leads us into our next question of, what is your favorite part about UM-Dearborn? And I think for me, it's just how easy it is to get out of your comfort zone. I used to be very quiet, used to be very shy. I was the only one from my high school that came here. So where I am now is definitely, I had to step outside of my comfort zone, and I was so scared at first, but honestly, it was so easy just, meeting people, and everyone is so supportive and so nice that it's just like you talk to someone in your class and it's like you have a new friend.
Yes. I absolutely agree too because I came from a really small school, and so like everybody knew everybody, and coming to a place like U of M, it was a little bit scary at first, but our campus has a really homey feel to it. And I mean, you get to know almost everybody like when you come here because we are a smaller campus. So I think that's probably my favorite part too.
Yeah. And we have a question that says, apart from Americans, can foreigners also be eligible to play football? And so that's a great question. I do not believe that we have an intramural and or pickup like football team, it's definitely something you could start if you love like American football and you want to play it, just a group of your friends. There's fields and parks all around, but for the main thing, no, we don't have a team. Obviously, Ann Arbor has a team, but because we're a smaller campus, we don't.
Okay. Do you want to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Our next one is, are there any study spaces besides the library on campus? And the short answer is yes. But some examples could be our natural science building. They have study spaces in there. I know that you can always study in places like the University Center, which we call the UC. Um, there's seating areas at the Union, which is right across the street, where you can study. I don't want to take all of them, so if you want to add some, Melissa, you can go ahead.
Yeah, and like Kayla said, there's the Union, which is right next door. It has a Victor's Den that is available to all students, and you could kind of just come inside, sit down and study. Or if you are more of an outdoor person, there's several outdoor spots that you can. There's Chancellor's Pond, which I think has some of the best views on campus. There's just the Henry Ford Estate that like you could go find a bench, or they have a bunch of picnic tables out front. So if you're an outdoor person and it's nice, that's a great thing. With what you mentioned about the UC, that leads us into our next question of what's your favorite food from Picasso? So for everyone who doesn't know, Picasso is kind of like the cafe on campus. It's located in the UC. Honestly, has some of the best food I've ever had. And it's really nice because you could kind of just go in between classes and like get the chicken tenders and fries, which are really good. But I think my favorite food is the chicken Caesar wrap. That is honestly fantastic.
I've got to disagree with you there, Alyssa. I think the mac and cheese is the best thing that Picasso has to offer.
Okay. I haven't had the mac and cheese. I will admit. Okay, I just I was iffy about it. I was like, do I really have enough time to like eat mac and cheese? But I see the chicken Verona wrap is also a huge thing in here, which it's very popular amongst my friend group. So I have to try it because I've never tried it before.
I'll have to try it too, because I haven't tried it either.
I know it's kind of a weird thing.
Okay, so our next question is more of like an advice question. It's, I am the first in my family to attend college. Any advice? My piece of advice would probably be to not be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I know a lot of students who are first generation kind of feel like they have to do it all on their own, and you don't. UM-Dearborn has so many resources that you can utilize, and if you're having like a struggle or an issue, or you even just have any questions about anything, reach out to somebody. They're there to help you. So, oh, also the comments just said the First Gen Student Org, which I'm a part of, so I guess I should plug that. You don't have to be a First Gen student to join, but if you are, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. Do you want to
Yeah,
add anything?
I was sorry, my voice just gave out. I was also going to mention First Gen Student Org. There are several people who come to UM-Dearborn who are first gen. So I think that's one thing to know is like you aren't alone. Like no one's going to look down on you because you're the first person in your family to go to college. Honestly, it's a massive achievement that you know that you decided for yourself that you wanted to go to college. It's honestly one of the best things that you could do, and here at U of M Dearborn we support that fully 100%. And just everyone on the faculty is here to help. Like there isn't one person that I've met that has like said no to helping, or even if they don't know, they point you in as many different directions as they can to find you that answer. We have a question that says, what were you most scared of for coming to college as a freshman? So I think for me, it was kind of the change from high school to college. A lot of people were like, it's so different. You're going to be completely out of your element. And I was like, oh no, I'm not good with change, so scared of change. And so just making the adjustment from one routine to another. And I like this routine so much better because I have so much more control over it for myself. Like I could kind of pick what time I want my classes. I could pick what I want to do in between my classes because it's not just, oh, I have class from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's I could have class at 6 p.m. because I'm a night person and I love night classes.
I agree there. I definitely agree on that night class thing. Um, One of the things that scared me the most probably had to be like, in high school when teachers are like, college professors won't tolerate this, or like college professors won't be that. It really just like got in my mind that I was on my own when it came to classes. And like when I got here, I was terrified that if I got into a class and I didn't know what was happening, that I would just be stranded. But that wasn't the case. Obviously, professors are more than willing to help you if you have questions. They have things like office hours. You can ask questions during class, and there are things called supplemental instruction where a student is there to help you who has taken the class and excelled in it. And so I utilized all of those resources and I was more than okay. So that's my answer for that one.
All right, we have another question, and it's what's the one org you're a part of now that you never could have seen yourself joining? Um, I know what the answer should be, but honestly, for me, it's a sorority. No one in like my life pictured me like joining a sorority. They're all like, you won't fit in. You're not gonna like it. But honestly, it's one of the best things like I've ever done, and I highly recommend like even if you have the slightest interest to rush and to go Greek because honestly, you can find forever friends. I found forever friends and it's so cheesy to say because everyone's like you bought your friends and I'm like no I didn't. I i honestly knew these people before coming in, but I've just gotten so much closer to these people because of my sorority. And honestly, it opens up so many like doors for you when it comes to like graduating because there's so many alumni that you could reach out to because we're all just still so close. And that's mine. What about you?
Um, Mine is the first gen student org. I thought at the time that you needed to be first gen to join it. And I didn't think I was first gen because I have a sister relatively close in age to me who went to UM-Dearborn, and I had ample support when I came to this college. And so I was like, I'm not first gen. Like my sister went to college. And I can't remember why I went to one of their meetings, but I did, and they were like, "Why haven't you joined?" I was like, "I'm not first gen," and they were like, "Did your parents go to college?" And I was like, "No." They were like, "You're first generation," and I was like, "Okay."
If you insist.
Right. So I joined, and it's probably one of the best things that I've done since I've gotten here. So I think Roman or somebody had a question in the comments. They asked, "What's it like being an OL and how awesome is the team?" Being an OL is top tier, amazing. We get to work with so many amazing people. Advisors are wonderful, and our team is also top tier. Some of the best people I've met at UM-Dearborn so far, including Alyssa, much love.
um I don't So for me, being an OL is great because it means I get to connect with you guys, which is a big reason why I signed up to be an OL because I was the scared freshman and I don't want anybody to be the scared freshman and even like a transfer student being in like a new place. So I was like, how can I make an impact in this way? My ego is actually very, thank you, Kelly. And so I was like, how can I make an impact in this way? that, lets me connect to several people. You get connected to advisors, you get connected to people who you wouldn't meet. Like, I don't think I ever would have met Kayla if it wasn't for being an OL.
There you go.
Now. And then next question is, where do I buy textbooks? So there are several options to buy textbooks. I think the most blatant one is from the bookstore, which is also located in the UC. They also sell very, very comfy sweatpants. Just saying. But that's one of the places. It's really nice. Obviously, there's online, there's Amazon. Kind of what you could do is each professor in the syllabus gives you the book title, and you could kind of go online and look. You could go on the bookstore's website. There's several options as to where you can buy textbooks.
Yes, for sure. I don't think I have anything to add to that one.
Does anybody have any questions? Like, even if it's like the slightest question, the great thing about this is, what's your favorite building on campus? Kayla, I'll let you go first.
Ooh, so mine is definitely the Environmental Interpretive Center. I don't know if there's like a map or something online, but it's in the shape of a bird, and I find that amazing, first of all. But I really like nature, so that one's mine. So
Um, mine's the social science building. It's right next to the environmental interpretive center. It's kind of where all of my classes are, so I kind of have to love it. But really, it's the one with the medallion like on it, like that big, big medallion, which I find so cool. And then we've had a comment that said, I've heard a lot about mastering maize and blue, but I don't know what that is. Can you explain? Kayla, do you want to explain?
I'll take the first half, and then you can plug our upcoming episode. So Mastering Maize and Blue is our podcast series that we are doing this summer, where we basically interview. Sorry, are out there. It's basically a podcast series where we interview faculty and staff from different what are they called? Departments. Sorry, I lost the word for it. Throughout UM-Dearborn. It can range from like counseling and disability services to athletics. There's some for advising, transfer students, incoming freshmen. But basically, we're just going to be able to answer any questions that you all might have about it. And I think we have one premiering tomorrow.
We do. It's the financial aid office.
Nice, nice.
But if you go to YouTube, or even if you go to this account, all of the links are there. It's a great way to get information about these things and kind of find out information that you wouldn't on your own or even like online, because it's kind of a one-on-one. I know I just did one about living at the Union, so anybody who's living at the Union can go check that out, and you are speaking to the person who's in charge of the union, like the building manager, so you kind of get all the like hidden like bits in there, and you kind of find out some new things that are coming along. Any other questions? I see a bunch of people joining. Does anybody have any questions for us? We're here. We want to help. We don't want to sit in silence and talking. What's your favorite dessert?
Oh, Kelly. I think mine has changed since last time we asked this question. So it's not cookies and cream ice cream anymore. I found a new flavor. It's like a salted caramel pretzel thing, and it's so good. But yeah.
Mine is very basic. It's very childish. It's a soft serve chocolate and vanilla cone with rainbow sprinkles. Me and my dad have like father-daughter days where like we go out to dinner, and like afterwards we always get ice cream from Dairy Queen, and that's what we both get. Him minus the sprinkles because he's boring. But honestly, it's the best thing ever. I'm an ice cream person, if you can't tell.
That was a very good choice. I was also a chocolate vanilla swirl cone person. I recently got into like waffle cones, so that's
Oh,
chef's kiss.
okay. What's your favorite superhero? And why is it Captain America? So, unfortunately, mine is not Captain America. Mine is Thor. I literally was watching Thor right before this, so I kind of feel like I have to say that's my favorite superhero. It's Thor. Come on.
I agree. He's not my favorite, but he's top five. Definitely top five. Um, Mine would have to be probably Captain Marvel. I love Captain Marvel. I just think
Oh,
she's
love her too.
up there. But yeah. Any
Okay.
other
I'm gonna ask my own question.
Oh, okay.
What is the field house?
The field house. There are several things in the field house. We have our workout center. I don't exactly know what it's called because I have a little secret. I've never been there before. But we have like a fitness center. There's an ice rink where our hockey team plays, and you can also skate there. There's a gym right next to that where you can play things like volleyball, basketball. I think a lot of events are held there too, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically a free for all. I highly suggest going to watch the basketball team in the fall. They didn't get to play last year, which means that they're coming back better than ever. I hope I go to every game. I will go to every game, so I will see you every Wednesday. If you do go, I'll be the one dressed up in just straight maize and blue. I have to say my catchphrase again. Any questions? I think that's it for us. Oh, favorite place to hang out on campus?
Hmm.
I
Mhm.
feel like the UC is too on the nose. Castle is a great place to hang out. They have a big open area as soon as you like walk through the main doors, so that's a great place to hang out. You can kind of people watch. I love to people watch. There's the library, the social floor, um, which is the second floor for people who don't know. There's an art gallery in there, which is really nice to hang out because nobody goes in there, and you could kind of just look at all the like art. They have paintings, they have like glass, they have sculptures.
I agree with those. I think you hit like pretty much all of them. The UC is like right on the nose because normally that's my like go-to answer, especially like in the when it's a little bit warmer out, like you can sit outside and I just think it's so pretty because campus is surrounded by nature. So
I know campus is so pretty. And then what's the Victor's Den? So So the Victor's Den is a part of the Union. The Union is off-campus housing where a lot of students from U of M-Dearborn, Henry Ford, now Detroit Mercy all live. That's where I currently am at right now. But the Victor's Den is kind of the lobby of the place. There's TVs, there's pool, there's ping pong, and there's like study areas, so that way you could kind of just go in, sit down, study, hang out with friends. It's open to all registered students, so you don't have to live there to go in and hang out with friends, especially if you have friends who live there. It's a great place. There's going to be a market, so you could go get food. Think I hit Victor Sen on the nose. Don't want to brag.
yeah, you did it pretty well, but you also, I mean, you live there, so
I'm secretly like a what's the word? Like a spokesperson for the
oh,
union. Um,
yep.
get nothing from it, but I mean, hey, we can.
Somebody said I heard something about the library floors. Um, that's not too specific, but I think I know what you're talking about, so we'll go ahead and give this a try. The library floors are split up into like separate noise levels, if you will. I believe the highest floor is the most quiet, like silent,
Mm-hmm.
no talking at all. I can't remember if it's the third floor or the second floor that's the social floor. Second floor. Okay, so the third floor is a little bit less quiet than the fourth floor. And then the second floor is like the social floor, and the first floor is just regular library. So,
That was a terrible joke, Roman.
for those who can't see it, it says didn't hear anything about the top floor though. So,
But add that too, please. So I think that may be it for us, Kayla. I don't think there's any more questions. Hint, hint.
okay, well, it was very nice talking with you today, Alyssa, and thank you to all of our viewers today and all of the questions that we got from chat. And also thank you to everybody who submitted questions beforehand. It was a pleasure.
I know. I hope, well, I'll obviously see you on campus, but I hope to see everyone on campus in the fall. Don't be afraid to like stop and say hi. Be like, I saw you on that Instagram thing in like July. I'll be like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I guess that's it. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.